Well, we'll try it anyway. So
See what happens.
this, yeah, we're recording it, and hopefully this will be, we can put it on YouTube later, or Facebook or whatever. So, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Drawing for Tattooers. I'm James Wisdom, and with me today we have Elise, Amber, and Steven is here as well. Good morning, gang. Thanks
Good
for coming.
morning.
Good morning.
Um, yeah, so we were having some technical difficulties, but we're still here together, and that's, I think, the whole point of what we're doing here. So,
Yeah.
um, anyway, we're getting ready for it. It's a new month, right? We're getting ready for Hell City. That's coming up in, in a couple of weeks. So, who's ever coming out to that, we'll be excited to see you. We'll be doing the show from Hell City, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Um, Other than that, it's been a busy week. Lots of tattoos, lots of drawing, and um, yeah, I've been swamped, but it's a good thing. You know what I mean? It really is. So, but anyway, how are you all? What's been going on with you? Elise, any news?
I graduated, so yeah,
Yay.
super excited. It's really weird because it was a very short space of time where a lot of things were happening, and then now it's like the train has stopped, and I haven't opened my computer in a week. So yeah, but yeah, I graduated. My graduation comes up in a couple of weeks. But other than that, I'm planning on taking off for a couple of months and maybe traveling a little bit, and then applying later in the summer.
Cool. Yeah, very cool. Um, well, congratulations again. It's been, I think, it's been like fascinating, and then also it's very generous that you've shared like this part of your life with us, um, and I'm like, I'm so glad that you're all done. I mean, you know, definitely. Uh, I met you when you first started at your journey through college, and now that you're all finished, it's like it's amazing. So congratulations.
Yeah, full circle.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you can't get rid of me.
No, it's great. No, it's been, yeah, it's really a blessing that you've made it here onto the show, and so I'm always grateful to have you and to catch up with you. So thank you.
Yeah. Hmm.
Amber, how are you doing? What's up
I'm doing good.
with
I'm
you?
recovering from a very crazy weekend. I went
Yeah,
away for the
yeah, do
weekend
tell.
and spent some time at a friend's house. And yeah, we cooked and we were up all night gabbing and sleeping late. It was
Sleep
fun. I needed the break.
Awesome, awesome. No, that is fun. Um, I I guess it's like every once in a while you gotta like uh make the sacrifice of doing fun things, spending money.
Yeah.
You don't have, what you feel like you don't have. You have to, you got to use it anyway. It's like those art
Mhm.
supplies. You know what I mean? It's like you spend all this money on art supplies and you collect them and stuff, and it's like you got to sacrifice. Like use them.
I had to sacrifice money to get my apprenticeship because I was going to use the money to send out Christmas cookies. And then somebody's like, "Can you get to this tattoo shop now?" So I spent the last of my money on an Uber.
mm.
So people didn't get Christmas cookies, but I got an apprenticeship.
That's good though. I think that pays off. That's the gift that keeps giving. So
Yes.
yeah, excellent. Stephen, good to see you this morning. How are you doing, sir?
Well, how are you this morning?
Yeah, we're like Elise was saying, we went through the stages of grief. We weren't able to live stream today, and so denial and acceptance, and so so now we're here, we're doing it. And this is so it's really good to catch up with everybody. Who knows? This may end up on the internet after all, but either way, It's really great to see everybody. So what's new with you?
Um, I've been building a lot of toy display dioramas recently. A local from my area that is you know willing to have me put four in their store for sale, and then I'm going to work on some other projects uh, that have to do with toy displays and dioramas. So, it, outside tattooing, I collect action figures and toys and mostly vintage stuff, but it's kind of what I'm been into.
Six.
I know that I got to see some of it because we're in a drawing group together that that is outside of this. So I got to see them, and they're incredible. But I don't know if we've ever shown them before. Here. Do you have images of your displays and stuff that you've made? Could we show them?
I can probably pull add. I've got an Instagram that's got currently only one image on it. I just started. It's
Okay.
uh, Cowabunga cabinets.
Let me pull
I
that.
like the name.
Thank
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me get it all. Let me get that pulled up, and then you all talk amongst yourselves. Um,
Thanks, man. There's gonna be more posts. I'm 4 hours left on two cabinets, and I've got two more to go. I've got a total of, like I said, four of them I'm working on now, and then I'm gonna try to build eight more after this.
Six. Your figures, are they like Warhammer figures or are they like the larger kind?
So I specifically collect Ninja Turtles, amongst other things, but mostly Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
Nice.
My cousin collects Ninja Turtles. He's been collecting them since we were little. He's got the ones from like the 80s and 90s when they first came out,
Yeah,
still in the box. He's crazy. I don't know how a kid doesn't play with his toys, but he's always been collecting them and never playing with
yeah. That's all right. To each their own.
them. We have another cousin.
is this you?
That's
Ah.
yeah. I just created this page, so little bear yet. Oh yeah, I got a new follower. I got like 4 followers now, probably. But it's a Masters of the Universe display that you've got highlighted there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Whoa.
The gray skull on top.
That's crazy.
I wish I still had my Castle Grayskull.
So that's kind of the style of cabinets that I'm doing right now
So the actual figures will go onto the shelves.
on the glass shelves. Yeah, those are adjustable shelves there, and I've built a lot of stuff since then. But that one's at a toy store in the next town over, basically. And then like I said, I'm just trying to get my stuff out and about, and then I'm gonna try to sell it in probably online, mostly in toy groups like Facebook toy groups. So I've got a couple other things I've been working on, but
No, it's beautiful work, and then I think it really is some of the other pieces that I've seen of your work. They're almost like dioramas where it's sort of like a scene that you've created.
yeah, this is, I would consider this a display, and then the dioramas are what you're talking about. They're dioramas, yes.
hmm Yeah, no, they're yeah, quite a bit of attention to detail, and the craft is very clean. So I think they're very beautiful.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and awesome. And this is really, this is like you were saying, this really is an interest of yours. You collect these figures and stuff yourself, and you love them. And I think that's kind of shows in the care that um, you're putting into these sorts of projects as well. So very nice. Yeah, very nice. So you manufacture all these like you have like a shop that you make it at or something?
Yeah, I've got a building in my backyard, and it's a gym and a wood shop, and it's uh, finished. I mean, it's got electric, drywall, insulated. It's you know, pretty comfortable to work in. But yeah, I built the cabinet myself and decorated it and installed the lights. I did all of it.
That's fantastic.
Wow.
Um,
That's my best friend Skip. Helped roll some paint.
the videos are fun. That's, I love
I was
videos.
doing that a couple weeks ago. I painted the shop bathroom.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it's like painting. Actually, painting a house, painting a board. And like this sort of this application of paint. Um, uh, I really think that there's something tactile about it that really helps you understand like how to paint a painting. You know what I mean? If you want to paint a painting, there's something you get. There's obviously there's a lot of difference there, but I think just in learning how paint kind of works, and you know,
Mhm.
there's something about it, like just that sort of dealing with it, right? Dealing with
Mhm.
painting surfaces and stuff that I think it really you get a lot of experience that leads into your your you, you make paintings. And then probably I would even say, that you could probably see how this, you know, sort of filters into your digital work, right? If you're making digital stuff, there's kind of uh, there's sort of a building that has to happen. While you're building things up, that's I mean I think that like any sort of process like that, right? There's ways that you can find these analogies that like this is how I approach a drawing. This is how I approach, making a digital piece. This is how I build a building, whatever. Again, there's always going to be these differences, but it's going to go through these stages of development. These are fun.
Thank you. Yeah, those are some drawings I did for. Those are prints that are available for sale.
Mm.
Got more than that, but I've just started posting some stuff up on there recently. So those are pretty recent drawings.
Nice. So this is like your other business outside of your tattoo business, and then and everything that goes with that, and then this is your other art and it was graphics and cabinets and
Right. Yeah, and I just really started being serious about the cabinets just like a month ago.
well,
Most of it I just did for myself, and now I'm trying to get it, farther than that.
Mm.
really, good luck
Excellent
with
work.
with your new business adventure.
Thank you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. That was it was fun to see. And again, I think like that was something, I got a chance to check it out, a week or two ago, and seeing all this development, I'm, right on, dude.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
you showing it.
Yeah, my pleasure. I hope it goes. I hope this recording works, and that we're able to get out there with all this, with all our new stuff.
Yeah.
Mm, right. So we checked in with everybody. Thank you
I
again.
will. I will be.
I did. Let's see. I'll share. Yeah, I'll share this thing that I'm working on. I let's see. I drew a drawing for a tattoo,
Mm.
and let me see here. Should be able to share it. Yeah. Ah. So we got Kyle Olson joining us. There. Yeah.
Whoa.
So I drew.
Wow.
Can you see it? I hope it's like, I don't
Yeah,
know if I can make it
we
any
can see
lighter
it.
than that, but okay, cool. Hey, good morning, Kyle.
Morning,
Morning.
sir. How goes it?
Hey, Kyle.
Hello, everybody.
We're having our meeting. We're recording it. We're gonna hope that it ends up on the internet at some point.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But for some reason, yeah, we're having technical difficulties with our streaming service. But anyway,
Oh,
it's
bummer.
you roll with the punches.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Right. So I was just showing off. This is a project that I did this week.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking about Kyle actually because he demonstrated this. So I drew this on on a 3D model from this is a
Uh-huh.
Tattoo Smart 3D model. So I was able to
Nice.
design this sleeve um, in 3 dimensions, and it was so it was I ended up like freehanding it on my customer,
Uh-huh.
and it was so much easier to work with having all of this information,
Mm-hmm.
rather than just like flat pictures.
Yeah.
Um, you kind of like you draw like this outside plane, and you're like, oh, that looks great, and then you get
Yeah.
to like right there or something. You're like, wait a
Yeah,
minute,
right? Yeah,
how
yeah.
does this part work? And so um, anyway, the
That's so cool.
it was fun to draw. I mean, it's a little. I will say, that it was again there was some glitching and stuff. I don't know if it's my own equipment or not, but like as I would work on it, it would glitch slightly. But it was worth the effort, I think, to
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. Like
put it on.
drawing on the 3D
Definitely.
model is
And I will. So I will do this. I have a photograph of well, video of the piece. Let's see. So let me see if I can share that. Yeah.
what a
Nice.
fun project, man.
There's the
That's sick as hell.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's beautiful.
first
how
session.
awesome is that?
Yeah.
I love how you just etched everything in.
Thank you.
That's so cool. Good job, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was. So we haven't gone full black anywhere just yet. I was really thinking about like that was what the drawing was like all the darks and I don't know. I guess just really trying to just establish all the pods and egg
Mm-hmm.
relationships. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, haven't gone like full black any specific place yet. So kind of I'm trying to push and pull a little bit, see how everything mellows out, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll show it again when it's a little bit more done. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping to get it done one more session, maybe like 2 more sessions, have it all done.
Mm-hmm.
That would be that's the plan. So
Heck yeah, man.
we checked in with everybody. Kyle, you're here. What's new with you?
Not same old, just working home, man. Just drawing my butt off, and then yeah. So yeah, nothing crazy.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Do you have any cool new projects to show off at all?
Um, I guess I could show you the elephant I've been working on for
Love to see
class
the
tonight.
elephant. So on
Uh,
Monday nights we're drawing. We do a drawing group, and this week's is the this week's challenge was an elephant. So let me see.
I'm gonna flip that over to that.
Let me
Oh, wow.
look at
Ooh.
that.
I love that color.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I was messing with temperatures and stuff like that. Under like more of like warm
Mm.
tones and then colder tones, but I don't know. I like the black and gray.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just all I'm messing on is that guy. And then I've been messing around with um this guy.
Mm.
Wow.
That's rad.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, just in between like appointments and stuff like that, I just mess around with those ones. So that's all I did all week in between the Tappa tubes. So yeah, that's all I'm up to.
Very nice. No, I love the glow. You know what I mean? I love all of the um I love this new element that you added with the wing and stuff. That's like totally unexpected. Um
Are
so
you referencing anything specific with the wing, or was that just you were curious what it would look like?
I don't know, like I had the shape of like the ear right there, and
Mm.
I don't know how I started drawing the wing, but like I was like, oh, that kind of looks like a wing. Let's make it look like a wing, you
Mm.
know. So I just started doing that and just kept thinking like in mind like those, I don't know, just like the cherub, like, and the other type of wings that they have, like they're really rounded and kind of bubbly, butt ton of feathers type of thing. So I just kind of ran with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been super fun. I'm trying to figure out what to do on the other side of the elephant, the left side.
Mm.
But it'll just give me time. You know, I'll just take me time, figure something out.
I no, I really like the I like that atmospheric, sort of it's, kind of out of focus. It kind of, gives us some real depth and stuff of that other ear wing, you know what I mean, on the back. So
Mhm.
I like that. I think it's really neat. Um, but and in a way, because it is so subdued back there, it really helps sort of express this sort of electric kind of light going on with behind the ear here. It's in the
Hmm.
Mhm.
foreground. So
Thank you. Yeah, tis
very
fun.
cool. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I don't know if it's like I almost want to see some else, some like another blast of light or something coming from somewhere else. This is not even a criticism. This is like a
Mhm.
because I'm just like because it's so awesome. I'm like, man,
Mhm.
ah,
Any insights welcome, man.
no, I don't really have any. I just like it's there's so much going on with the with the ear. It's so like I said, so unexpected, so rad. I don't know. It's I'm jealous. I'm super jealous. So that's
Don't be, man.
jealous of
Your
your
stuff is so
accomplishment
killer.
here, Kyle.
Your
That's
stuff is
amazing.
so killer.
Yeah, amazing, dude. Thank you so much for sharing it. Yeah. So this will give me some motivation to. I got to work on my elephant a little bit more. So thank you.
Well, in between your projects and stuff like that, man, you only put in so much time that you can, you know, like a full sleeve like that. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of time and effort in that, you know.
Yeah. Well, there's other things. Yeah. So a little bit at a time, right? I think that's
Mhm.
the at least I have to tell myself that, a little bit at a time, and that's what um, uh, helps you develop something that's really, beautiful and interesting. So, and I watched you work on that elephant last week and kind of get it to a certain stage, and then over the course of the week, you developed all this new concept in it. So, very, very cool. Um,
Thank you, man.
Want to say good morning to Erica. Erica, thank you for coming. Please feel free to, to jump in the chat or to, if you have any if you have any work that you want to share, we'd love to get to
Please.
know you. Um, we're not streaming live on the internet right now. We're recording this, and so it may very well end up in the archives. But at the same time, um, it's been great catching up with everybody.
Mhm.
Um, ah, so, anyways, right. So, let's see. I've been I've been doing some, daily drawing. I've been making time for it every day to do a little bit of drawing, sort of outside of class here, outside of everything else. And I think on a, just like on a spiritual level, it's really been good personally. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm sort of copying like master copies, right? I'm doing like copies. So they're not for show, they're for development. But I think this is something that the artist James Gurney, if you're familiar with his work, he talks about it, in several of his books, the importance of doing these copies. Again, it's not to sort of like take on the mannerisms of somebody else. It's almost like it reveals who you are,
Mm.
if this makes sense. I know that may sound counterintuitive, but it's like, and yeah, you want to draw things in your own hand, and that's something that I think ultimately all of us would desire and want to sort of, come to. But there's something really valuable about copying other work as a practice, and that helps you sort of learn more about how it is that you work. You learn about them, but you also, you're kind of trying on many different hats. But there's something that insightful about your own who you are as an artist. And so again, I think it's valuable. Uh, and I don't know if it's the same thing when we're tracing. Tattoo artists, we trace a lot. There is stuff you get out of that. I'm convinced. There are things that you there are things that you learn. Um,
A
but
steady
again, I think
hand.
what's that?
A steady hand.
Yeah, yeah, working on it. Yeah, certainly working on it. Um, I I guess I just there's there's insight you gain from tracing for sure. Um, Learning how to control like your mark making, like you say, steady hand. I think that's it is really crucial, obviously. But there are things that you get to, I think, from observational drawing. So drawing actual objects from life, practicing sort of shape making, you know, like trying to draw perfect circles and trying to draw ellipses and stuff. Like you're gonna get better at it, like as you work. Um, but it's one of those things. It's like, is there really a perfect one? You know, not, not actually. You know what I mean? They don't actually exist. Um, but that's why but that I think again something that I've mentioned before. It's like there's this sort of disappointment that you feel that like I that sort of drives you forward. There was I asked this guy one time, he was my teacher, and then he became a colleague. His name was Tony Thomas. I asked him one time about the band the Rolling Stones. So I don't know if all of our viewers know who the Rolling Stones are. They were a very popular band, and they wrote a song in the '60s called "Satisfaction," and the song was a real big hit. And so, like, presumably, like at every show that they played, they would have to play this song, "Satisfaction." So that's the premise. So I asked Tony, um, like, what kind of hell would it be if you had to, were the Rolling Stones, right? You had everything, but you had to play Satisfaction every night. you know, like how would that? You know what I mean? What kind of like nightmare would that be? And he said something really profound that I think has taken a while to kind of take root in me. That and so he said this. He says maybe they've never gotten it right. And I was, I sort of dismissed it at first, but then I was like, oh, well, maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe that's true. Maybe that's the way that you can sort of, we all have to do repetitive things.
Mhm.
We all have to do things, and maybe they're not always like pleasurable. But I think if you sort of continue to work on it, and sort of hoping, and that's the thing, you never quite get it right. It's, there's something in that that helps you, want to come back and try it again, even though,
Mhm.
even though it's sort of, it's not, it feels repetitive, but it's not. It's always a new thing,
Mhm.
even though it's after something else.
Mm.
So that was something that I felt like, um, heard the Rolling Stones on the radio the yesterday. so so that story came to my mind, so I wanted to share that with you. What do you all think? What, like, am we way off base here?
Mhm. No,
No, not at all.
no.
No.
It's like in that comparison to the art and everything like that. Like, say, you tattoo like 20 infinity, infinity symbols, whatever. You're gonna have, you're doing like the exact same thing, but you're gonna have like minor different difficulties within that same design on every single person. So, and you're just striving to get that perfect, rounded edges and everything like that. So it definitely makes sense towards like doing the exact same thing, I guess, is going to be different every single time. And then just trying to perfect that, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot. Yeah.
I think it also depends on what repetition means for a person, like for the
Mm.
individual. Because for somebody, they could be like, oh, well, since it's on a different person every single time, it's like I'm drawing a different infinity symbol every time. Whereas
Mhm.
someone's like, all I draw is infinity symbols and I want to poke my, like, I think it's also perspective on what repetition means to that specific person.
Mhm.
Mm,
Yeah.
especially since no one's skin is alike.
Uh-uh. Minor differences for sure. But yeah, just like drawing it over and over and over and over again, you know. Yeah, it's got me thinking. Thanks, James.
um, no, you're welcome. And I think that's what the show is about too. You know what I mean? It's like we
Mhm.
come together every week. It's like it's repetitive, and even if we talk about, the same things,
Mhm.
uh, there still is kind of this. There's always something new.
Mhm.
There's always something new that comes up. There's always something that, I mean, personally, that I get out of it, and so, and I hope, I mean, you all keep coming back, and so I feel like you're getting something out of it too. Um,
Mhm.
and that's it's a pretty tight knit community. People that, like, that come on the show, and then people that, anybody that ever watches it. Um, it's There's something nice about that.
Mhm.
And for me, um, trying to come up with, with new things, every week is like, well, um, it's kind of impossible. You know what I mean? So at the same time, I like to, there's subjects that I like to talk about, and these are the ones that I think are, that they help us. They can help develop. You know what I mean? Who it is that you are, right? You become who you are eventually, and that's what I'm working on personally, and that's what I'm hoping that we're, like, I guess that's the vibe. You know what I mean? That
Mm,
why you all are here as well.
Mhm.
So we're all like figuring out shit, and working on our careers and working on life. And one day we'll be dead. So and so that's that'll come soon enough.
Mhm.
Non-existence. But for now, there's something really great about community that I think is you know it's vital. you know, sometimes, sometimes it's like you're not even, like you're not even at home, but oh,
Mm.
Yes,
I
I
just
know
heard
exactly
from
what
Gabe.
that is.
Just heard from Gabe. What's up?
Good
All
morning,
right.
Gabe.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
Gabe. Well,
Gabe.
he's on the. Let's see. Let me see if I can. I don't know. Hmm. Oh well. So. Oh well. I don't. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. It's gonna be on. We'll see if we get this recording online. Anyways.
Just tell
Um.
him that Mercury's in retrograde.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That seems like totally reasonable reason. You know what I mean? Like.
yes. Mercury's in the microwave. We can't do anything.
Yeah. Um. Hmm. Anyways. Yeah. That's. We have covered. The things I wanted to cover. I wanted to tell that story. I wanted to show off my sleeve drawing. I wanted to see everybody's, what everybody's up to. Um, and so um, I hope you all come back next week. We'll have all the bugs worked out, and we're gonna do it again. Repetition, right?
Yeah.
Joy and repetition. And
Mhm.
so I think that's something I want to, sort of hopefully we'll leave on that note. Um, Anyway, everybody, if you could give us your sign offs, we'll sign off for the day, and we're gonna come back next week, better than ever. So,
Mhm.
Elise, will you tell us who you are and where we can find you?
Hello, I'm Elise Morrow. I'm a Chicago-based artist, and you can find me at Elise Morrow Visuals on Instagram, and ArtStation. And my website is elisemorrowvisuals.com. And I am so happy to have graduated.
That's awesome.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
coming. Yeah, thanks for coming. And thanks for coming back because like you came on earlier and I tried to fix stuff and you came in back for us. So thank you, Elise.
No
Amber, give
problem.
us your.
I am Amber Morgaine. I am located in Egg Harbor City, New Jersey at Luxury Tattoos and Permanent Cosmetics. And you can find me on all the social media sites under Amber Morgaine.
Amber, again, it's always a pleasure, and
It's always
again,
a
like
pleasure to be here.
you were talking about your party, you had a party last weekend, so I'm so
Yeah,
glad
I
you could
did.
make it. And
Time to get back
sacrifice.
to the drawing board, literally.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking, before not everybody was on yet, but we were talking about sacrifice a little bit and how like sometimes you have to, you know, like you have to sacrifice the good part, the best part. Like, your
Yeah.
all your energy goes into having a good time, and you'll pay the price later. There'll be some suffering, that will have to sort of ensue after that. But, sometimes you have to spend, you know, sometimes you have to expend, right? Like those art
Yeah.
supplies and stuff, Um, it's I think that's something like an old painter once said. It was something about like, um, if you like sort of use your paint in a miserly way, like you don't put on enough paint, it just doesn't have that luxury.
Mhm.
It doesn't have that special something. Um, and I think, that's something that, that we as creators, we have to consider, like, when is it time to kind of hit the gas and really sort of expend some of the preciousness and really put it on. So anyway, I'm glad you could come today, Amber. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you. Steven, give us your sign offs.
My name is Stephen Jesse. You can find me on Instagram at Stephen Jesse and StephenJesseTattoos.com.
And Cowabunga Cabinets.
And Cowabunga Cat.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Um, yeah, excellent work. Again, it's like so technical. I don't know how to build that type of thing at all. So, it would be like a magic. It'd be like magic watching, watching that all come together. Um,
Well, if you ever want to build one, come on down.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. No, thank you. No, it looked
Yes.
beautiful out there, outside, working on, painting boards and like, putting together cabinets. It looked like it'd be a beautiful day of work. So that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, man,
But
do
thank
some
you.
something, hit me up. We got a spot you can work at. You can come build a cabinet, hang out.
Thank you. No, I really, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you up on that. So, um, but again, thank you for coming and for sharing your beautiful work. It's like, it's so interesting to see what everybody, does. Like we do tattoos and stuff. We make digital art, and I think there's but we all have there's more to each and every one of us. You know what I mean? Than we could ever. We can't fully know. You know what I mean? Like we don't know ourselves really. We're still learning that part. I'm
It's true.
sure.
What about you though, James?
Uh,
Outside of
I,
drawing.
I'm one note. You know what I mean? I'm like one dimensional. So
That's not true.
so yeah, no, I tattoo and I draw and I paint. Sometimes I do that sometimes. I've been working on. I've been writing for the last couple years ish. Um, Writing like philosophical texts. So I'm a part of a like a online education group. Where we read philosophy. We have there's a person that sort of teaches it and kind of leads the group, but at the same time, at the end of every one of our like sort of courses, we produce a text, an anthology where we um, uh, where we'll sort of expound on what it was that we sort of got on, out of the various readings and stuff that we do. Um, and so sometimes I give presentations on that. At least you saw one of them. It
I
was
went one. That was really interesting.
thank you. Yeah, it was it was a little bit it was a it was an interesting time in my life too when I was going like making that that was writing that and making that presentation and stuff. Anyways, yeah, so I have some of my writings are in there's a few books that have been published, and so yeah, there are um, that's the other thing that I kind of work on is writing and stuff, and trying to do this streaming thing. It's it, it's more challenging, I think, than it appears. Like you all know because you're here, right? It's like it's challenging to do this sometimes, but again, I think there's like really great rewards that we all get from doing it. So, but yeah, thank you for asking, Stephen. I appreciate it. I like to put you all on the spot, and then I really I hate being on the spot myself. So, thank you. Kyle, please give us your sign offs.
My name is Kyle Olson. I am a tattoo artist out of Tucson, Arizona at Trinity Art Collective. If you want to get a hold of me, I am on Instagram at Olson_tattoos, OLSON. And you can also get a hold of me at trinityartcollective.com.
That's fantastic. So again, it was really cool seeing your new work. Again, like every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, there's the subscribers skill building the subscribers exclusive drawing group, and so I think it's been really good for me personally. But again, I've also seen like Stephen your work in that group, and then
Mhm.
Kyle like your work in that group. I mean, you both are consummate artists, but I think as we work together and we keep like we do this every week, it's like I've seen like I don't know, I've just seen you come with more and more impressive sorts of projects and stuff. I see development. You know what I mean? It's just and that's like it's worth it. And so I'm
Mhm.
again, I was loved the elephant thing, loved the skull thing too. The skull guy was like
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah,
it's
Thank you.
like
that
there's
was
a cat
awesome.
head on it and skull, and then like all kinds of like mechanical stuff. It was rad, dude. Super
Thank you,
rad.
man. Thank you. And just like you were talking earlier, like the importance of like getting outside of drawing for work or having to draw for a class or this, that, and the other thing, like drawing for yourself, like the huge importance of that, because it allows you to have fun. It saves me from burnout. Anytime I'm, tired of drawing for tattoos, draw for myself. It's like I can draw whatever the heck I want. I have no boundaries, anything like that. And it just helps me breathe. So I'm sure I hope it's the same for everybody else, drawing for yourself. It can help you get out of a rut for sure. So it's so cool. It's so cool to be able to do that.
I totally agree. I second that, and I hope that again that we can all have that repetition, right? And we find some joy in doing it, and like sort of feeling that incomplete, that there's something lacking, like every time you do it, every time you make that infinity tattoo, right? There's like there's something about it that um, that you don't give up, right?
Hmm.
Again, the infinity, right?
Hmm.
You can endlessly sort of have there's a repetition, but again, it's sort of like enjoy that, like every time
That
you finish
pursuit.
it, it's like it's the beginning of a new one, and that's sort of way of thinking about it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Um, but thank you everybody for sharing, and thank you everybody for coming. It's again, it's always a pleasure having you. I'm James Wisdom. You can find me on Instagram at Tattooing Wisdom, my website, tattooingwisdom.com. This has been Drawing for Tattooers. Join us next week. We'll be live, and happy drawing, everybody. See you next one. Bye.
Hi.
See you, everybody.